We are at the forefront of green fertiliser, a world leader within such a period of time. And now we fully intend to be a leader in the provision of power here in Paraguay.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me is ATOME Chairman Peter Levine. Peter, very good to speak with you. What's the motivation behind this morning's announcement?
The motivation, let's call it a carrot and a stick. The carrot is to reward the management for 2023, 2024 for putting ATOME where it is now. We are at the forefront of the green fertilizer industry. Within 4 years, from nothing, we have got to be an industry leader, an example to others in what we're doing, way ahead of other people, and may that long continue. And that is down to the management and the teams below us. We don't have a big management, we don't have a big team, we don't like G&A, but it's down to them to achieve what we have achieved within such a period of time. So that's the carrot, that's the reward for what's happening. And the stick, well, the stick is the premium, because as you can see today, we announced the premium at 50p, which is significantly above the share price. Now, I don't want to get into arguments about where the share price should be. That's not for us to say today. Having said that, it is indicative of where the management feel it should be, the minimum it should be, and much higher than that. We've taken great steps to say this by having that premium. So that's a bit of the stick. And the other stick is the lock-in. And the lock-in is critically there so that no one can trade until we get to FID or expire the 6 months period. The key here, and that's the stick which we need to impose, is we want to get to FID. We want to get to FID quickly in the next few months, and we are quietly confident that we will do so. So that's the stick. And the other part of the stick is the fact that all of the bonus is sunk into shares, 100%, not the net amount allowing for tax to be paid. The individuals will have to pay their tax on top. And that is also part of the incentive which we've imposed, myself with the Remuneration Committee, to actually impose that as the major incentive to let's get this deal done and over the line. And as I said to you, we've done a tremendous amount of work. We are way ahead of any of our peers. Now we're recognized in our industry as such. Now let's get it done. And this is designed to do it. And a clear signpost that the management are aligned and are fully behind what the company is doing and incentivized to do it.
Peter, on Tuesday, you announced ATOME Power. Why have you decided to build a large solar and battery project in a country which already has an abundance of low-cost renewable power? What's the rationale here?
The rationale is that it's a tremendous opportunity. This is exciting. Words cannot convey how exciting this opportunity is because of the following. Yes, it's got an abundance of power now. And I've got to say to you at the outset, our fertiliser division is guaranteed that grid power 24/7 baseload. That isn't the issue. The power, however, is finite going forward. We're guaranteed it from the fertiliser division because we are a national priority industry. Having said that, many industries are not so guaranteed in due course. The national growth of power demand in 2024 in Paraguay was 18%, of which 8% was internal, 10% was due to data, crypto. It's fast becoming a crypto center, not just for Latin America, but elsewhere. Now that is draining demand. We estimate that between 15 and 20% of the entire flow of electricity in Paraguay is dedicated or being used at the moment directly or indirectly for data/crypto. Now, obviously that can't continue. So what is the opportunity for us? The opportunity is this, because Paraguay has only got renewable power from effectively hydro. Now that means that solar, which is prevalent in all other countries, has not been developed. For solar, you need not only the right irradiance, you also need land, you need water, you need facilities. Now, we at ATOME, with our partner, can do all of that. This is a very forward-looking new division which will deliver power solutions to industry, to crypto, to data as a standalone business. And not only that, because the authorities recognize now that solar, which has been neglected completely in this country, must be the answer to fulfill extra demand going forward, that we will be in a position to deliver that. And the laws are changing so that we can actually, in due course, we believe we'll be able to use the existing grid, which is owned by the state, to deliver to third parties power that we generate. In essence, what we want to do is very simple. We want to be a independent major power supplier in Paraguay, using and leveraging on all our contacts, right from contacts on the ground to contacts with finance and such like, all of which, with the levers which we're pulling, the same levers in the fertilizer business.
So should investors then be concerned about availability of power for ATOME's fertilizer projects?
No, not at all. This is guaranteed to us because it's a national priority, as I've said.
Villeta seems to be progressing, but it's experienced several frustrating delays. Can you explain why this is, and why wouldn't ATOME Power only be a distraction to management and Villeta?
Let's explain the delays first. Yes, it's taken longer than we anticipated to get to FID, but there are so many moving parts. But we are way ahead of the game in terms of other parties. We've got to be judged by our peers. We've done an awful lot. I believe we were probably too ambitious when we originally set out our targets for FID, and that's proved correct. Nevertheless, all the work that's been done, all the complex negotiations with multi-parties on equity, on funding, on the EPC contract, on the offtake contract, all of these pieces in the jigsaw are being put in place. So yes, we would have liked it earlier as well. Having said that, we are effectively a less than £20 million company with the first project of $600 and odd million, $625-35 million of project one. Our project two is over $1 billion. There are many things that we're putting in place, and it's taking a bit of time. But will it happen? We are quietly confident that it will happen, and we've made it absolutely crystal clear the timescale which we are working towards. When we depend on third parties, it will inevitably impact, but nevertheless, we are working 24/7 to make sure it happens. And happens, we believe it will.
But Peter, is it a distraction to management and to Villeta?
No, it's been carefully developed so that it won't be. This has been on the stocks for a bit of time, and it's not distracted the management. Olivier Moussat and his team are expertly dealing with the project finance for Villeta. That is not a distraction. This is a separate issue, and we are developing a team. So no, absolutely no distraction whatsoever. This is going on independently and has done for a few months. But it's now that we've brought it to a stage where we can say something to shareholders. The answer is a very firm no. We know what we need to concentrate on, get FID, but likewise, this exciting opportunity will be dealt with separately by separate management.
Peter, what keeps you up at night?
Apart from my sleep apnea, nothing really, but what gets me up early in the morning is the excitement of what ATOME is doing. Because we are at the forefront of green fertilizer, a world leader within such a period of time. And now we fully intend to be a leader in the provision of power here in Paraguay. And we believe that we can develop a stable business there. But as to fertilizer, that's so exciting. And we're going to go on from project one to project two. We've already got pipeline going. So ATOME has got legs. Watch us run.
So I hope you'll continue to keep us updated on your progress. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
That's ATOME Chairman Peter Levine.